Money. It's a crazy concept, right? Used to be that you had something special to you and you traded it to someone else, whether your time or some sort of product or a service. Then we had to figure out a way to not use the barter system, and someone had to create physical money so you could just pay for something as opposed to trading. And it's become this driving force in society now that has so much tied to it. What is your time worth? When you go to your job, you are telling your employer, this is my value. You make $20 an hour, that's what your value is, $20. You make $100 an hour, it's $100. You run your own business, and kind of what you put in is what you get. And the returns are not always definitive. And based upon some weird law of the universe that we don't even understand yet, you are born into the body that you are given, and your circumstances are kind of predetermined already. If you're born into a family where your father is a hedge fund manager, you're kind of predetermined. Your circumstances are set. If you are born into a family that lives in a hut in Nigeria, you're going to be living a different life. And that's not to say that ambition doesn't play a part in what you do and where you end up. But there's only so much you can achieve in some situations. Money allows you freedom from stress, which can in turn make you healthier. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, money's always on your mind. And sometimes things get easier. If you are fortunate enough and ambitious enough and you strive to make good decisions, you can typically end up in a better spot. But those circumstances you grew up in can kind of dictate what happens. We are taught from a young age what to do with money, typically by our parents. We all develop addictions to alcohol or drugs or gambling or compulsive spending or food. And these coping mechanisms take a final bite out of whatever our daily account balance is. Most people spend whatever they make. And if you get a job promotion or you acquire some money somehow from a relative that died or something like that, you're probably going to spend it. There's this weird thing that happens in society, at least Western culture, where you have so many options of ways to better your life or make your life easier. Any chance you get, you try to spend that money. And the credit system makes it a lot easier to be impatient. Can you imagine if we didn't have credit cards? If we didn't have credit and you had to save every dollar to get everything you have? I wouldn't be sitting here talking right now. I wouldn't own a house, and I wouldn't be driving a new car either. But it all gets tied to time. And when you really think about it, none of us knows how much time we get, but it's one of those things you can never purchase more of. And I'm a firm believer in now. I'm not one of those people that has thousands and thousands of dollars in my savings account. It may seem irresponsible to you, but I'm in the camp of now is happening, so let's do it. It's really hard to gauge how much longer we're going to be here and how much longer all of this is going to be happening. But it's also weird how you justify some purchases and not allow yourself others. You can spend $7 every morning at Starbucks getting a macchiato and then skip the blueberries at the grocery store because they're $1 more than they were last time. You can continually put off that vacation to Hawaii and spend $15 on lunch every day at work. You can drive all the way across town just to get gas for 3 cents cheaper a gallon. And you can skip signing up for the gym for $25 a month when in 10 years, you might be diabetic and have a ton of hospital bills. There's all this weird rationalizing that happens in our brain concerning money. And you never know what's going on behind the scenes with people either. You may have a friend who you think has a great job and they wear nice clothes and they got a fancy car and they're taking you out to dinner all the time. And they might be crazy in debt. Unless it's one of your close friends, most of the time you have no idea what somebody's financial background is. You have no idea what their spending habits are. You have no idea how they pay their bills or how much credit card debt they have. It's this weird mystery for everybody. And the weird thing to me is that most of the super important jobs that are required by society are the ones that get paid the least. And then the people who do stuff like make money off of money, Wall Street, hedge fund managers, Insurance salesmen, like these people that just make money off of money, are loaded, and it's not even a tangible, necessary career. But I guess the most valuable advice at the end of the day is something I've heard many, many times, is that you don't do anything for the money. You do it because you like it. You do it because you enjoy it. Because if time is the most valuable thing we have, and you spend all of it doing something that makes you miserable, then what's the point? I don't know. What do you think?